What about now? All right. Oh, so we already took like a nice little short here. We actually got short back up there in the 60s. We were shooting for the 50, but I wasn't sure if it was going to bounce hard off of that 10 level. And so I went to break even. So I ended up only taking about 30 points. So right now we're up $90 starting the morning out. Yeah. $90 out the gate. Since this only pulled back 50%, I'm hoping that if this is only 50% of this candle, it may continue back higher. 50% of this total move is pretty much back up there around 50s and 60s if it's going to run this 50% of this total move here. We'll give it a few minutes to see if it's going to continue down. I really don't want to be in this trade when it opens. Uh, how does that start? It looks like we have equal lows sent down at the bottom of that. So if that can take out that, I think that'll give us our 10 points at least. Yeah, we may just go to break even. We won't let it come back. So got to be careful here. Like I said, we only got 10 minutes before the market open. We don't want to be trapped in a trade. This is also an inside bar. Got the inside bar here. I might go in just take it before the market even opens. Oof. Second inside bar. That might only be a bear flag. Mm, debate. I know it looks kind of looking more like a bear flag than it is the. What's up, Earl? We got 3 inside bars. Kind of looks more like a bear flag, you know, like a little bear flag on a 5-minute than it does. I didn't know if we would continue getting this 50% pullback on this, and that's all the way up to the 60s. So if you're just joining us, we are trading the NQ. I think we're just going to wait. We got about 8 more minutes left before the market opens. Unless it breaks that 700, I probably won't be interested in a short. It may just sell off with us. Like I said, we were already in short before the market opened. Our first short was up there at 63. So a quick $90 with a couple micros. Ended up getting stopped out for around 30 points in the 30s. I was really hoping we could have held that to a good 50 points, but I wasn't sure if it would have got down to the 700s here. To me, it looks like it possibly could go all the way back down to here because you have equal lows. So it was kind of tempting to jump back in. I think we're just going to sit here and watch. I don't think we're going to jump back in. I just feel like if I jump back in, I may get trapped in this trade since we're so close to opening. So we're definitely going to be leaning down this morning unless we get back above, like, say, the 60 to 80s. If we get back above those levels, and then we will consider longs. Let's look at our kill zones this morning and see where they're at. So those could be targets to the downside here. So that's looking like where we possibly could go when the market opens. Let me close this so we don't have to see this. All right, so this indicator is ICT kill zones. And so what it is, you got your London low sent down at 630. So to me, that looks kind of where we're going. And also your Asia low down at 618. So those would be the levels that I would look for to the downsides if you're short this morning. Right now, it's very tempted to get short below the 700, but I just feel like if I do, it's going to be a huge mistake and this thing just rips straight back up. This usually makes it kind of tough when we start selling off right there at OP. Oh, that had been your 10 points if you had shorted the inside bar. Now, if this can pull back just enough when the market opens, I definitely look for a short and see if we can target those 629s. Yeah, 629s. And there's the 15-minute retest candle right there at 90. Oh, excuse me. How's everyone doing this morning? Woo. So far, a good week. We've been green pretty much Not every trade's a winner, but overall green. We've been green every day this week. So another retest of the 700s. If you pull Fibonacci on this 5 minute, and we can kind of get an idea of where we could pull back to. So that's pretty much right at the 700. I almost want to get a short at the bottom of this candle and just see if we rip back below this 15-minute, first 15-minute candle of the day. That's right here. Your point of control is back up at 765, so we could get a move back up to that 765. But definitely going to be looking for a trade if we can find an entry down to 628 this morning. All right, minute 30 seconds left. One 1 minute before the market opens, it's already starting to push, man. That's just so dirty. Like, man, I wanted to get short here at this 15-minute candle. This is our 15-minute candle from 9 to 9:15. A lot of times you'll get like a nice retest of this candle like after the market opens, but man, everything else just kind of playing out at the moment. So if we don't get any kind of pullback and it just goes straight down, unfortunately, we'll have to just sit here and watch because we can't just jump in when it's just going straight down. Wow, I could have had a nice 100-point trade this morning if we had held our original entry. All right, there's the market. Shoot. Not a deep enough pullback. Did not get the pullback we were hoping for, so that's why we didn't put that short in. We wanted to short off of this 15-minute candle here, but there's just no way. It was just going to happen too fast and so early, close to opening. You don't want to get your face ripped off. You do have the ICT kill zones here at the 28s and 18s. So we can try the London lows is at 28. Then the Asia low then what we'll do is if it pushes through this, we'll try to add to this. Let's see. Did it miss us? It might have missed us. Let's see. Man, it hit like. See, that was the trade we were looking for. It might have missed us. Well, I might have just gave it too much room because there's a lot of wicks sitting in that area. I was trying to get it about a couple points below that and get the, 20 points reversed. So we might have missed it here. Oh, shoot. I'm not going to hit it the second time. So a lot of times I'm very iffy if it's on the second try since we missed the first try. That would have been your hit there. I just missed it by a few points. Look at it. That thing that ripped up 30 points out of that area. I'll show you what it looks like on the trading view. So these are IC kill zones, so it kind of marks them out for you. And so we were looking for a short just right below this area here, and as you can see, it just hit it right on the dot, then just ripped back up. So like I said, I don't know if we want to try it the second time around. I mean, it may or may work on that second round, but I'm not going to test it. What we can do is maybe we can wait and see if the Asia is going to hit. The Asia is down at 16. That's your Asia low. Then also that way you also don't have to risk so much because you have the 600 to kind of help you out. The 600 to 90 for some kind of bounce. Yeah. All right, so we'll have to wait a few more minutes until we get down close to the 600s. Let's see if we can run those Asia lows at 16, and then we can revisit a long. We missed this long here. So you would at least got 10 points and about a 20 to 30 points on your runner. All right, 600 here is going to be kind of the line in the sand. So if it sells through 600s, and we don't really want it below 600s here. And this would be the bottom of your Asia low here at the 16. So it should sell through a little bit. Go and get this ready just in case we can add. Oh, don't miss this again. All we're looking for is 10 points and runners, guys. Dang, did we just get missed again? Oh my goodness, son of a bee. It's one of those days for Nasdaq, man, where it just wants to barely. I swear it's been doing this more and more lately, where it just gets there right to your entry, where usually it goes and just reverse. So we might have just missed this one again. God dang it. Usually what happens if I front run it, or, you know, like just scale behind it a little bit, it'll hit it. Usually it goes like 3 or 4 points below the low or the Asia low, and then it pops. But this one, it's hitting like 1 or 2 points in front of it. Let me look at the volume chart. Damn it. Yeah. All right. We may try the 600 bounce. I mean, right now, sellers are pretty much in control at the moment. I mean, it's like all red. We done missed both of those trades this morning. How's work going this morning, Laura? We still may look for another short if we can retest the bottom of this 15 minutes. Slow. I'm not sure which way we're going to move at the moment. Right now, we're just kind of stuck here. All right, so it's all red at the moment. No buyers are coming in. Wait and see if we get a 90 hit here. There's a 90 bounce. I want to see a pop back up. Maybe we can look for a short. Wanted to pull hopefully back up to the 10 here. Come on, a little bit more. There's the bounce. Really don't want this back above 10. Back above 10 will probably close this. There's the 10. One more hit with the 10. Like I said, back above 10 will close this. Trading between that 90 and that 10 level can be kind of iffy sometimes. All right, 10 looks like it's going to hold. Come on, 10, hold. Yeah. Like I said, this is pretty normal between the 10 and 90. I don't know if I'm going to hold it through this second candle. I was hoping this first candle would give us our push. I don't really want to see a second candle come in. We only got 30 seconds. 20 seconds. Damn it. This is probably going to pop back up. This is pretty normal because I don't know where the 50% of this candle is real quick. Let me see. God dang it. All right. So, yes, let's say it has to hold 20 here. All right, we got to cancel that. Still kind of short bias here. We just don't want to hold into the drawdown here. We're back up to the, what is that? The price of, we still got about 3 minutes left for a possible inside bar. I don't know if this one will make it. It'll have to consolidate for quite a bit, so it'll have to stay in between this range. All right, so we're pretty much back to break even from our first trade this morning. Man, what a ripper off the 600. Buyers still look like they're trying to take control here. Hmm. That was another test of that 15-minute range at 68 was a 15-minute candle. That's where that rejection came off of. Uh, Damn it. Instantly denied at the 600s. Come on. go. All right. Got yesterday's open all the way up 45. Right now, there is no red. May hit out of this 60 area. We're going to be looking for 490 here. Maybe we can add to it if it pulls back some. So what that 480 is, it's the New York AM low yesterday. So we're just in this for 1 micro. We're going to try to add to it if we can. All right, so we're just going to hold this. Right now, we're just kind of consolidating around the 50s to 60s. If we can get some kind of pullback into the 600s or right at 600s, we'll try to add a contract. The 50% of this candle is all the way back up at 600. So we can kind of anticipate a pullback up to the 600s here. Oh, mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Trying to hold to 492, 488's the target though. That is the AM low from yesterday. Man, I almost want to lock in 50 points because I don't really want this to come all the way back up. Still. Still got a minute left on this 5-minute candle. It's like I said, hopefully at least lock in 50 points here. I feel like if we lose those 20s, we should go. I just don't want to see a new candle print because that new candle can pull back. All right, we're going to at least lock in 50 points of this trade. Because I would like to get another 50 points, but I don't want it to come all the way back up. We could bounce here at the 10. All right. Woo, boom, 100 points, guys. Look at that bounce off the 88. Boom, bounce at the 88. Watch for the rip back up. Man. 100-point banger. So good morning so far. We did have that one little loser trade, but overall we're up 319 for the day. Man, the bottom is still falling, guys. Holy goodness. Woo. Think of my original short. I originally got short way back up here. Got short back up there at 760 this morning. I'm going to have to start just holding these trades in the morning whenever my position pops. All right, where else could we go? Man, all the way to the 400. Whoo-wee. Man, there's not really a lot to do unless we get some kind of a funded trade set up. And the funded trade set up, I mean, it would take probably a pretty massive pullback. And I don't have very long to trade this morning because I have to go to work today at 12. So I only have till about 10:30 this morning, my time. So 2 good trades so far this morning. So 2 winners and 1 loser. So the second trade pretty much wiped out my profit from the first trade. Then this trade here, we were able to get that's how we got the 320, was on this trade here. God, insane, guys, insane. There is no green on the volume profile chart, guys. It is all it is all red. All red. All red. Look at there. No green, no buyers stepping in. So I need to pay attention to that from now on. If there's no buyers, I just need to hold. Come on. Look at her. It's getting, look, the sellers are still stepping in. Right now, our buy zone's all the way back up at 600, so I don't know if we'll get that pullback. So we'll just have to sit here and wait and see if we get an opportunity to buy a short. And we're looking for a retest is what we're looking for. But I'll let you know when it happens. I just know we're going to have to wait a little bit. I hope it happens before I leave. This way we can get another trade in. Let me fix my charts. We done pretty much just sold off. It's just been a waterfall. You would think if we pull Fibonacci on this, unless it just keeps selling. Where did this start? Up here? Just keeps going. Might get a 400 bounce here. Man. Did anybody grab any of the short this morning? I don't know if you can get a little bounce here at the 400. Sometimes you can. I just don't see how we not run some of these 50% of these candles. And that's here at the 60s. It's 50% of this 5-minute candle. So if you pull fib on this candle here, the 50% here is at 65. So if 65 holds, it's probably going to go back down. But if you lose 65, it's probably going to continue higher. See how we just got that little wick? It just bounced into it. So look at the Now, if it breaks this area, we're probably going to get a deeper pullback. There's your 65 or 70, 65, 70 range. I think for longs, we kind of need to get back above the 500s here. So it looks like buyers are stepping back in. But the sellers are still in control. Like I said, this is the 50% pullback on this 5-minute candle. Now, this is where it'd be kind of a nice little maybe inside bar setup here. We can get a little inside bar. The only downfall about this is that it's around the 400. Well, no, I guess you would start getting short around the 420s, but there's just no way to do an accurate stop loss because your stop loss would just have to be massive. I mean, you're looking at a 50-point stop loss. Usually when this happens, usually you're just looking for the initial break, and if it doesn't break, it doesn't break, and you just get stopped out. Try to get to break even or take a small loss. That's pretty much how I trade these 5-minute inside bars when they're this size. And the inside bars are these purple ones. Been having issues with that lately. Sorry about that, guys. Got Asia low all the way down at 280. I hate that it's struggling to push right there. Come on. All right. It took off both contracts. I forgot to change my freaking settings. Oh, well. At least we got the 10 points, I guess. Dang it. I forgot to change it. I wasn't paying attention. I was supposed to just sell one contract and leave it runner. And we could have easily probably target that 510 up there. How are you guys doing today, Lynn? We're trading the Nasdaq. We're pretty much at the end. There was a lot of good movement in the beginning. We done took 3 trades, 4 counting this small one. So far, we're up 340 for the day. So I took one pre-market. I made it like $90, but then I took short earlier, or yeah, short earlier, and I got stopped out on the pullback. And so we went back to break even, and then we took another trade and caught like a 100-point trade on this last one. And so that's how we ended up with the $300. And then I was trying to take this 5-minute inside bar, but I pretty much got stopped out on this one. So here's the pullback. If it pulls back here and does not break this 20 here, we will re-enter this. It's actually a micros on the Nasdaq, Lynn. You predicted a market crash. Market goes up and down. That's good though. We need markets up and down. That's what makes day trading good. Because you just trade the day. You don't really care about what it does overall. Now, if I was a swing trader, I would, like where you're holding trades for long times, but I don't hold trades for a long time. All my trades are within like 5-10 minutes at the most. If it's a slow market, maybe 20-30 minutes. But like this type of market, you're probably in and out of most of your trades within 15 minutes. Yeah, I feel like the market definitely needs a correction. I mean, we've been oversold probably since what, 2019, 2020, whenever the market went up like 50%. So we're due for a market correction, I feel. All right, so we're at the bottom of this 5-minute candle here. Are we going to break it here? Man, it's... Right here is where you want to see it hold. So right there at the bottom of this 5-minute inside bar. So let's see if that can hold. Yeah. Ooh. That 5-minute just got ran on both sides. I feel like the sellers are still in control. There's a lot of... Oh, shoot. Don't want to do that. Huh? Are you trading anything? Wow. Look at this rip off the bottom of the 400s again. Man, this thing's looking bullish. I just don't know if this is the top of the range. We could just be stuck in a range. It's that basically it's 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. So wait, no, 10:15. So, man, the market's only been open 45 minutes. It feels like we've been open forever. How are you doing today, Dusty? User and Lewis? Man, look at the size of these 5-minute candles. These things are like 50 and 60 points. Whew. 70 may be my line in the sand here. We may be at the top of the range. I thought maybe we could recover that 9 EMA up here. And this is just 2 micros, so we're very low risk here. Let me spread that out so I can see it. Man, let me close this if it can't go. There we go. Could possibly look for a bounce either at this level. This is a 15 minutes here at the 10. That's at bottom of a 15-minute candle. And then also you got your 9 EMA up there at the 25. Hit those 505s and just pull it all the way back 15 points. Didn't get nothing on the runner there, guys. Man, like I said, I don't know if we'll be able to get our funded trade today. That thing is, we need 100-point move up. So right now we're up 350 for the day. So 350 for the day. I think I heard somebody in another lobby say 11 o'clock, huh? Oh, look at this nice push here. Almost 100-point 5-minute candle, guys. And it's insane. So we hit this 510, maybe get a pullback. Maybe we can find like another little long to jump in. So we still got 30 minutes before the press conference. Whew. Wow, what a nice squeeze this was. Man, we left a lot on the table today, guys. What's up, Eddie? How are you doing today? Insane. All we can do is sit here and watch, guys. You don't want to jump in on the top of a 5-minute candle and just get wrecked on the pullback. Oh. What's that? Oh, you're talking about for my funded trade? Yeah, I want to take another funded trade, but man, we would have to get all the way back up into the 600s. So we're about 100 points away. It's been a good day so far, so no complaints if this is what we ended up with, if we don't get any more entries. So are you trading anything right now, huh? What about? We've got an hour and a half left, so I don't have to head out until about 11 o'clock my time or 12 o'clock today. So hopefully by then, if we can push up, hopefully we can get our funded trade in. What's up, Anthony? How are you doing today? If you're just joining us right now, we're just kind of sitting on the sideline waiting for another entry. We are up 353 for the day, so now we're just kind of sitting here waiting. I mean, we either got to wait for some kind of pullback. I got in this a long while ago, but we only took 10 points. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's really the best way is learn as much as you can. Are you going to start out by trading real money, or are you going to start off by using a prop firm, huh? Prop firm's probably the cheapest way to go. That way you don't have to use much of your money if you're allowed to use prop firms where you live. And that way you get your data stuff for free. All right, let's see if we get a 50% pullback here. Thank you for joining, huh? So I started off trading a lot of the 1-minute charts, but I want to say over the last few months, I've been strictly sticking to the 5-minute charts. I feel like the 5 minutes has helped me the most because whenever I was trading the 1 minutes, I'd find myself jumping in and getting trapped a lot more. A lot of fake breakouts on the 1 minute on the lower time frames. Or what a lot of people do is they use the higher time frames and then they'll take their trade on the lower ones. Yeah, hopefully some of the prop firms, like, I don't know if Apex will do one for a while, but hopefully eventually Bulinox does like a 90% off evaluation. That way you only got to pay like 15 bucks or something. Super cheap to start out. So a lot of times on these 5-minute candles, you can there's almost always a 50% pullback most of the time. So what you can do is just go to your Fibonacci, which is up here in your drawing tools, and pull. Let's see. If you pull it, I bet you it almost pulls back usually to the 50 and 60% of the candle. And a lot of times if it starts breaking the 50%, as you can see, there's the 50% there of that candle. And then you can almost pull it and look for 50% of this total move, or we can even look at the 50% of this total move all the way down. Nah, I can't select that thing. Oh well, we'll just get a new one. So about right here, I think. So right now we're at the 50% of this total move pullback from this morning. So sorry about that. I don't know why can't I get this little thing off here. There we go. I was like, damn. All right, so we can now pull fib on this previous move and see if this is the 50% pullback we're going to get next. So that would be down to the 480. So if you hit those 480s and start bouncing, this could just be a little bull flag for us to continue higher. And you want to look at like a 40 to 50% pullback. It's not going to be 50% to the exact, but it should be 50% roundabout. For 2 years, maybe a little over 2 years. 2.5, I think, is what it. Yeah. It's definitely a long process. It's definitely not anything that's like overnight. You almost it takes you a while to kind of get that out of your mind of being like successful super fast. It's almost like you just have to tell yourself, you just kind of have to think about what it could possibly be later down the road, because there's definitely a lot of ups and downs when trading. The emotions, a lot of times the emotions will get the best of you. I started doing it every day, I think 2.5 years ago. I was already kind of doing it temporarily. Then that May of 2 years ago is when I started doing it every single day. All right, there's your 50%. Let's see if it holds. You did get a little reaction. You can see the reaction there. Uh-oh. This could be the push back down since we lost that 50% area. Yeah, I still work too. I work part-time, do this plus other income sources. It's definitely a balance. If I could trade nights and do good or do okay, I'd probably trade nights, but I struggle trading these slow markets in the Asia. Wow, look at this dump off the 80. So a lot of times if we lose that 50%, you can almost anticipate that there's going to be another sell-off if we lose 50% of that total move. Most of my trading comes off like levels. So lately I've been just usually trading levels and like volume profile just to kind of see what volume there is in the market. I'll show you the ones I use here. I also use ICT kill zones. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I mean, there's another name for it, or you can just call them the previous market lows and highs. So this morning I got my targets by looking at the Asia low and London low. So we had nice bounces out of those areas before we lost them. So now it looks like if we continue lower, we're probably going to be running Asia's low from Tuesday because we haven't touched that Tuesday low yet from the Asia market. And this indicator, if you use TradingView, is called ICT kill zones with pivots. I think it says with pivots, if I'm not mistaken. Whew, all we can do is watch this sell-off, guys. It can be tough to jump in these entries when we're selling off like this. This is where you get FOMO at, and you try to jump in and you get trapped. Sometimes if you miss your entry, unfortunately, it sucks sitting there and watch it go, but sometimes it's the best way. I guess if we lose this, I mean, shoot, can we go all the way down to 360 maybe here? Man. The selling's pretty insane today. Like if you don't get a good like entry, your stop loss would just have to be massive. The size of these candles have been insane. They're like 50 point candles on these 5-minute candles. Wow, there's no green at all in this. It's just selling hard. All red, guys. Whew. These 100-point moves have been insane today. Too bad I can't hold on to my original trade. I really got to start doing a better job at that, because I entered pre-market back up there around 763. Man. Guess it's time to listen to some music. Just chill and wait, like I said. Unless you caught that. I'm not in a very hurry to jump in because we're already up for the day. So there's definitely a lot left on the table today, but we're up 353 for the day. Goodness. So if we're going to take out this previous, let me, shoot, did I? Oh, it's right here. It's on them. Looking on the wrong chart. This would be from Tuesday here, guys. So this would be one of Tuesday's Asia low down at the 280. So next target to the downside there. Maybe we can get some kind of pullback and get an entry and look for that target. But as right now, you can't just really just jump in. Like I said, if we can get some kind of pullback, find an entry, and look for that 280 down there. All right, so 50% pullbacks up to the 400s here if it pushes back into the 400s. Come on, push. I mean, you're still red all the way around. Try to make it where you can see it a little better. All right. So we can't do anything unless we get some kind of pullback here, guys. We can't just jump in. But it looks like if you keep seeing all this red, it just looks like sellers are still in control at the moment. How you doing, TB? Oh, goodness. Some days you just kind of have to be patient and wait, guys. You don't have to be in every single trade. Sometimes if you're green, sometimes it's just best to walk away too so you're not over trading. Or if you are going to look into some entries, just maybe do like some partials, like 1-2 micros. And this way, if you do choose wrong, you're not just destroying your profit. So we got about $50 that we're willing to probably risk. This way we still hold on to our $300 for the day. Dude, the sellers just, they got destroyed. I mean, the buyers got destroyed. That green came in and the sellers just bought up all the contracts. Wow. Maybe we can look for a nice bounce off of that 280, that 480 here. 280. Got an indecisive little candle here. What's up, Johnny? See if we pop the 60s here. Ah, damn it. Got it too early. Got it too early, I think. Yeah, damn it. I thought it was going to rip once it popped that 60. Oof. It still may pop up there. All right, so that kind of makes us 2 for 2 for the day. All right, we're going to pop this time. Mike can wait for like a 290 or 280 bounce or something here. We'll see if we can get a push down into those 280s to fill in that gap from I don't know if the buyers are taking over here. Got stuck here a while ago in the 60s. This could just be another little bear flag here. I also think Trump speaks today at 12 or 11. That 60 level is kind of the top of the range here. Maybe if we break out of that 60s, maybe we get a push back up. So right now our range is between that 60 and like 25 or so. We're already approaching that 11 o'clock hour, so just be careful. Someone said Trump is speaking at 11, so The next target down, if we continue lower, it's going to be 280, guys. So we're kind of waiting for that 280 to possibly get hit here, guys. Wow, what a nice rip off the 300 level. Do we go all the way back up to the 400s here? That's the I guess answer here. Last time we ripped all the way back from the 400 to the 500, then all the way back down. Whew. The fake outs are for real, guys. This may be the push down there to the $280s here. Dude, another banger off the freaking 300. I'm kind of looking for like 280 to get hit. Like I said, we're looking for 280 to get hit here. Man, this thing's just, it's done hit that 300 so many times. The whole numbers are like insane, guys. This is why I like trading around the whole numbers sometimes. Need to really see that 280 get hit, maybe in 270, then pull back. Man, is the 300 going to be the bottom today? There's the 300s finally. Whew. What a nice pop off those 90s. Runner may get stopped out here. We went in and took that at the 300 since that 300's been like a straight wall. I didn't know if we'd make another run all the way back up to the 400s. Hey, Melissa. I still can't believe we did not run that 480 yesterday's low. And we still may. This may just be, I mean, heck, this is already like a 40, 50 point pullback. So we got long around that 300. You can see we hit that 300 quite a few times. Either it's going to be a break-even trade or it's going to turn into a big trade here. Because it didn't run those 82s, which was yesterday's low. Now, if we can break out of this consolidation box to the upside, we should get a nice push. The only thing that worries me about this, trying to hold this, if it goes up there and hits the 400s and drops right back down. All right, we're going to at least lock in 42 or something like that. Or 40. We're going to lock in 40 points. All right. So we got stopped out on 40 points. Man, it's going to be insane if this pushes all the way back up to the 500s here. Oh, my goodness. All right. Hopefully, before I have to leave today, or before I have to leave my house today, hopefully we get one more trade in for our funded. Right now, we're up 505.22 with that last trade. So it's been a good day so far. We've had a lot of crazy movement today. I think we took 2 small losses and about 4 winners today. All right, guys. Definitely a big thank you guys for watching today. I'm going to end my TikTok stream and we're just going to stream on YouTube for a little bit longer, but more likely we're going to be done trading because it's already into that 11 o'clock, and we try not to trade too much at the 11 o'clock if we don't have to. A lot of times this is when the market you lose your volume and it slows down a lot here. So if you get into a trade, it's really hard to get out if you choose wrong, because you don't have the volume to push back and forth or even DCA out of it or something. All right, guys, we'll see you in the morning. Oh well. For some reason I keep losing signal. I'm not really sure what's going on with the internet today. Usually I don't ever have no issues with the internet, but man, for some reason today it's been kind of going in and out. I was kind of hoping for a decent pullback to look for a short. I only got about 20 more minutes, then I have to head out. Man, we might have found the bottom. It's been some pretty wild movement today. There's just not really a lot to do here, guys, without some kind of pullback. We're pretty much just kind of bouncing off that 300 level. We are up 520 for the day, so I'm still waiting on my one funded account trade, but I just don't know if we're going to get that pullback. I need something all the way back up basically to the 500s, and you're looking at a 200-point move back up, and I just don't think we're going to get that today. Well, at least not before I have to head out, and I have to leave here in a few minutes. The same as yesterday. I missed a trade yesterday also because I had some stuff I had to go do, so I missed my at least 20-point trade yesterday for that pullback because it didn't happen until I think 1:30. I just don't see how we don't run these 280s. That's yesterday's low. So maybe we run yesterday's low, then we can push back up. All right, there's that yesterday's lows there at the 82. And this is yesterday's age of low. So let's see if we can bounce out of this area. All right, there's the first 10 points. Let's see if it's going to continue here. That was that London low from yesterday. You probably could have got a better entry, but I chose this entry just because I didn't know if we're going to continue selling because of how hard we've been selling. Man, rejected hard off of that freaking 300. Got to get back through those 300s again. Usually a lot of times you can get about 20 points off of this, but I'm just not seeing no green. I mean, this is the sellers are in complete control in this area here. Need to see some green pop in here. Yeah. It's probably going to take a lot to get through these 300s because this was a lot of wicks here at the bottom of the 300, so it'll take a little bit to get through. If we get above this 9 EMA, I'll probably start taking profits so we don't lose all of our profit on this trade. Oh, come on. Hopefully no more than 50% of this candle on the pullback. Right. The purple bars are inside bars, Paul. I only pay attention to that first one. After that first one, I don't pay attention no more. So we waited for that one target forever. We had mentioned it multiple times. That was yesterday's Asia low. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah. And that was at the... Oh, wait, no, that's not it. Sorry, right here. As you can see, it just barely dipped past it. Hopefully this doesn't come back and stops us out. It could. I'm only up 10 points on this, and we were already, what were you up, like almost 40 points? Ugh. Really don't want this to break back below the 300. Might even take more out of it just in case. Hell. All right, we're going to at least lock in 20 points or about 20 points. 18 points at the moment. See if it continues pulling back. Ripper. All right, so we at least got 20 locked in at the moment. Come on, Bulls. Take back over. Goodness. Bears have been in control all day. Looks like it's going to get us. All right, guys. That has to be the last trade of the day. I have somewhere I have to be in a little bit. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get our one trade that we're hopefully. But maybe tomorrow, if we can at least lock in one more for the week, and it's a winner, that'll put us up about $700-800 for on that one funded account. I'm really sad that I was short. My original short entry this morning was up at 763. So we shorted pre-market. Yep, 763 we shorted the market. About here on this candle here. So all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching, Paul. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We could continue just tanking rest of the day. Who knows? Which I'm okay with that, because if we tank today, tomorrow, we could have the run back up. Thank you, guys, and everyone have a good evening.